Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a fire seriously damaged a popular eastern Kentucky restaurant. And the loss of a tow truck driver, Troy Caldwell, is making the tow truck industry push for a change.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good Monday morning to you. I'm Caroline Mueller here with you on this January 12th. The time is now 6:29, so let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmel for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, I knew it would have to come eventually, but I've been in denial. I think winter temperatures are finally upon us.
Yeah, unfortunately. In fact, for the next 10 days, we're looking very chilly, with the exception of tomorrow. So we do have a little bit of a warm up before two cold fronts come through. But let's talk about this morning's temperatures as you're heading out the door. A mixture of the teens and 20s. Yes, you're hearing that right. And the wind is on the calmer side, but for some of for some of those folks that do get a gust of wind here and there, it'll definitely feel chillier, so make sure you're wearing your layers. Thankfully, by the afternoon, we'll be warming up, getting into the mid-40s, about where we should be for this time of year, but plenty of sunny skies are in the forecast as well to make it feel just a little bit better. Speaking of, here's a look at satellite and radar, and we're just watching as that last little bit of clouds makes its way out. Caroline.
Megan, thanks. U.S. Marshals helped find a missing child in Knox County. Louisville Metro Police were looking for 13-year-old Amoret Lopp. She was reported missing January 4th. Police thought she was with Michael Dunn. U.S. Marshals found the two in Barberville Friday night. They also found 2 guns, marijuana, meth, and other drug paraphernalia. Lopp is back with her family, and Dunn is facing a list of charges. Police are asking for help identifying 2 people involved in a theft investigation in London. Take a look at your screen here. London police say these people are wanted in connection to an overnight theft at Kentucky Highlands Investment Company. If you know anything, call the London Laurel 911 Center at 606-878-7000. A fire seriously damaged a popular eastern Kentucky restaurant. Frosty owner Roger Collins says around 10:30 Friday morning he saw smoke coming from the restaurant. Frostiette has been open in Sand Gap since 1958, serving as a staple in Jackson County. Collins says he and his wife have been running the business for nearly 2 decades. He says now they plan to rebuild.
Yeah, we're going to try and move forward. That's all we can do. Good Lord will take care of us.
The fire destroyed the stove and damaged the building. Thankfully, nobody was inside at the time and no injuries were reported. In October 2024, a crash in Floyd County killed a Magoffin County teen. Friday, one Pike County man appeared for an arraignment, charged in connection to her death. WIMT's Buddy Forbes was in the courtroom.
Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Keith Anderson.
Keith Anderson, a Pike County man from the Pinson Fork area, appeared in Floyd County Circuit Court Friday, answering to charges connected to a 2024 crash that killed 17-year-old Magoffin County student Kayla Elam.
We wait for more reading. Aaron pleaded not guilty.
Investigators say Anderson was driving under the influence on October 6, 2024. When his car crossed the line and crashed into another car driven by Kenny Oxshire, killing Elam, who was in Oxshire's passenger seat.
Mr. Anderson, I want to accept your not guilty plea.
Anderson was indicted last month, charged with vehicular homicide, assault, and DUI. During the arraignment, his attorney requested a bond hearing since Anderson is still incarcerated in Floyd County. So Judge Johnny Ray Harris scheduled that hearing for January 27th, telling Anderson any bond, if applied, will also come with an agreement to stay at least 1,000 feet away from Oxshire and abide to a no-contact order. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Judge Harris also set an informal pretrial conference in the case for March 26th and a formal pretrial conference for April 2nd. An Eastern Kentucky mother charged with the murder of her son was scheduled to be back in court Friday. Felicia Gross's pretrial conference that was scheduled for Friday morning was continued until March 6th. Gross is charged with murder in the death of her 10-year-old son, Jaden Spicer, who was found dead in August after being missing for more than a week in Breathitt County. Her husband, Joshua Gross, faces complicity and other charges in connection with the case. A University of Kentucky law professor who was suspended over the summer won't be allowed to teach this spring. A federal judge made the ruling in Ramsey Woodcock's case Thursday. Woodcock was suspended after he created a website criticizing Israel and calling for military action. Woodcock sued UK, claiming they violated his First Amendment rights. In Thursday's ruling, a judge wrote that Woodcock wouldn't suffer any irreparable harm by not being allowed to teach. His lawsuit was also put on pause while UK continues their investigation. Woodcock disagrees with the choice and thinks a judge should have done something.
If the federal court doesn't intervene to say that what the university is doing is unconstitutional retaliation for speech, the university will be free to investigate me again, to conduct additional investigations, to continue to harass me, to continue to suspend me, to continue to ban me.
Professor Woodcock says he's going to be appealing the decision and says he stands by his position on Israel. Police officers in London will have to wear body cameras while on duty. The city council passed an ordinance on it Friday. Those cameras will have to record video and audio during traffic stops, arrests, and other service calls. The department will keep footage for at least 1 month, sometimes longer depending on the investigation. Undercover officers and officers working with federal crews won't have to wear body cameras. If you were traveling on the road yesterday, there's a chance you might have seen some snow. Snow squalls seen throughout the area can be scary when they hit seemingly out of nowhere. Ariana Mintz spoke with hurricane police about what to do if you get stuck in a snow squall.
Roads may be clear now, but snow squalls seen throughout the day on Sunday can be cause for concern.
The wind was strong. That's what makes the squalls so dangerous.
Sergeant Mackenzie White with the Hurricane Police Department breaks down what to do if you get caught in a squall while on the road.
If you can't see, pull over and turn your emergency lights on. That's what the shoulder's for, is an emergency. So if you can't see, just pull off, turn your emergency lights on, and just wait for it to pass. Because if it's a squall, it's probably going to be pretty quick come through. But if you don't want to slow down or get off, or if you don't want to get off, you can just slow down. Just slow your speed, get over into the right lane, and just be very cautious.
White says it's always a good idea to keep extra food and water in the car in case of emergency.
Make sure you've got good tires before winter starts, and when storms come, before you leave the house, just maybe leave a little early, give yourself extra time, make sure you got a full tank of gas.
Showing us what she keeps in her car for emergencies.
This is an emergency blanket. It's a thermal blanket, so it'll keep you warm. And then I have a SAM splint in here for any kind of fractures or anything. We can stabilize it.
She also says if you become stuck in your car after an accident on the road, you can use a tool to break the back window. Ariana Mintz, WSAZ, Hurricane.
Sergeant White also says you can use the ends of a headrest to break the window if you get stuck in your car. In Floyd County, the school district health coordinator is helping the schools to stay healthy in this season of sickness. Schools in the county have received extra deep cleaning and are being provided with cleaning supplies such as hospital-grade disinfectant. They are also reinforcing standard practices such as children staying home if they experience flu-like symptoms, hand washing with soap, and covering coughs and sneezes. Floyd County Schools says the district-wide attendance is up compared to this time last year. Kentucky lawmakers could tackle a bill this session to change where you can apply for or renew a driver's license or personal identification card. It comes after complaints about the current system with the regional offices. House Bill 162 would return the practice of issuing licenses, including real IDs, to circuit clerks in every county. Kentucky transportation officials say circuit clerks asked them to take over the process in 2020. And they say last month, wait times averaged just 11 minutes.
Although I do anticipate opposition and a negotiation process, I feel as though this legislation is a great starting point to have that conversation and to create a system that works for everyone.
There are currently 35 regional offices in Kentucky, and state officials say they are working to further improve the system. If made law, the bill would go into effect in July of next year. The loss of tow truck driver Troy Caldwell is making the tow truck industry push for change. In 2024, Caldwell was struck and killed while working on the side of the interstate in Bath County. House Bill 282, called Troy's Law, would let tow trucks use blue lights when responding to a wreck. Fellow tow truck driver Bubba Johnson was Caldwell's friend. He tried to get Troy's Law passed last year, but it didn't make it past the committee hearing. It was introduced again last week. Johnson says he's not going to stop pushing until this bill is passed.
What would you want people to do if it was you or your loved one? You would want them to slow down and move over. We have to make changes in our industry that helps us and our people out here working to ensure their safety.
Johnson says he's garnered support from tow truck drivers in the Commonwealth and beyond. London Mayor Randall Weddle filed for re-election. He shared this photo on his Facebook page with the caption, "We got more work to do, London." Weddle will be running against Matt Orr and Tracy Handley. The filing deadline was at 4 Friday afternoon.
And we're watching as that last little bit of clouds exits our region. Once it does, we're looking at plenty clear skies all throughout your Monday. The main story, though, will be those chilly temperatures. I mean, we're talking a lot of folks hanging out in the teens this morning. 19 degrees for Somerset, London, Manchester, Williamsburg, 15 degrees in Monticello, and 18 degrees in Wise and Clintwood. So it's cold this morning. Wear your layers. You're definitely going to want that. So expect about the 20s as you're heading off to school, still staying nice and clear. But by the time you're heading home, we're looking at those temperatures in a mixture of the low to mid 40s with plenty of sunshine. Caroline.
Thank you, Megan. And thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:41. Still to come on Mountain News this morning, movie, TV, and streaming stars gathered in Beverly Hills for the 83rd Golden Globe Awards.